So one of the farms featured in the Bank of Ireland virtual open farm weekend is Broughgammon Farm, just outside Ballycastle, and they are famous for their goat, but they also do veal, and they have a farm shop. You can go and see the goats, and this is the goat. I'm going to do a goat. I'm going to spice up the goat. Then I'm going to do a flatbread. I'm going to do a wee mint tzatziki and some pickled tomatoes. The goat, as you can see, is really, really lean. It's kid goat, so otherwise it would be incinerated, because the demand is for nanny goats and for the dairy industry. So the billy kids end up being destroyed. So this is a really good, sustainable way of getting meat. As you can see, it's really, really lean. It's beautiful. First thing I'm going to do though is do a wee spice for this, and this is one from Burren Balsamics. So when the lockdown happened, they did this Letterbox Larder. So this is their Moroccan spice. So I'm just going to put a wee bit of that. So it's got all these lovely spices, but it'll work really well with the goat. So curried goat is a really well-known dish, and the first time I had goat was in a curry house in Manchester, and it was a Caribbean dish, and it wasn't hard known it was goat, and it kind of put me off it for a few years, you know, because the curry actually smelt like an old goat. So this is beautiful because it's so delicate, and it's to me this tastes like a mixture between lamb and venison, so it's lovely. So what we'll do is a nice hot pan. So a wee bit of oil in that, a wee bit of salt, and just get all those nice spices up into that. While I'm waiting for that pan to get hot, I'm going to do a flatbread. So in here I've got I've got a wee bit of self-raising flour, and all I want to do again is just a bit of season, a bit of salt. This is a really, really quick flatbread. Make a well in the centre, some salt, a nice dollop of yoghurt, Greek style yoghurt. I'm going to use this for the rest of that for a dressing. A wee splash of the Broighter Gold rapeseed oil, and then just some sort of lukewarm water. Bring that all together. I just want to make this is really, really quick bread. And you know, you buy naan breads in the supermarket, and they're imprisoned in plastic, and you don't know how long they've been made for. So you can make this up in 2 seconds, really. Right, so that's our dough. Now that goat's not going to take too long to cook either, so I just want to get the pan really, really hot, so it's still. So when I'm doing that, I'll just get a wee flat dough done. So just a bit of flour. Take one of these here, half of this, and just roll this around. Just to don't knock out too much of the air, and then just pat that dry. Or pat that just so you're going to make this like a wee flatbread. A wee bit of flour. And again, this is a nice rustic bread, so you don't need to worry about having it beautifully shaped, because we're just going to fire everything on top of this. Press that down. Right, so that's our flatbread there. Pan's not quite hot enough there either. So I'll wash my hands and then come back to the goat. Okay, so the pan for the goat's nice and hot. I'm just going to put another wee bit of oil on it, but just because it's so lean, a wee bit of oil in the pan. Goat into the pan. So this is the loin of goat, so it's very, very lean. They do a lovely shoulder of goat that you can marinate and then just cook down very, very quickly. Put the flatbread just straight into the pan. There we are. Thanks, Rachel. And then what else we're going to do with this is we're going to take a wee bit of, we're going to make a Tzatiki, which is just a sort of a Greek minty sauce with yoghurt. So that's our, as you can see, the flatbread starting to bubble up nicely there. Now we're just going to put this all back onto the... So our goat, as you can see, nice bit of spicing on that there. And I'm going to cook this, I'm going to cook it right through. I'm not going to do it, another wee tiny bit of oil in that there, just, and that's us. So I've got some mint here, just nice fresh mint that I picked in the garden this morning, and then I just took all the leaves off. Don't want the stalks because they're sort of crunchy. So just mint in here. So Broughgammon Farm also have a street food van, and they actually won an award for their street food in the UK for their snack. They won best snack at the street food, the British Street Food Championships a couple of years ago for a dish that was a Mexican dish with goat offal. So they used goat liver. It was absolutely beautiful, lovely dish. So, and I know that they're really famous for their billy burgers. So I think the first time that they ever brought goat they were one of the first goat farmers in Northern Ireland. And I think people were a bit reticent, thinking, oh, goat, you know. So they made billy burgers, they call them, a billy burger, and sold them at the Owlamas Fair, and sold absolutely tons of them. So that's what sort of put them on the map. And their burgers are beautiful. Right, I'm going to turn turn the goat off now, and just let that sort of cook down, let it rest a wee bit. Our flatbread, I'm just going to flip. There we are. So then we've got our cucumber, and the reason why I took the seeds out of the cucumber is because it's we don't want it to be watery. So we want to have that nice thick Greek yoghurt, I want to keep it thick. So just nice finely chopped cucumber. There we are, and then our mint is already in there. Plenty of cucumber, a wee bit of salt, and just mix that all up together. So this is our Tzatiki. So it's kind of like this is like sort of street foodie. So it's like a nice kind of lunch that you could have. So you've got the flatbread, and you've got the goat. So you've got a nice scorch in that goat with those lovely Moroccan spices. Bring our board back. The other thing I've done to go with this, so you've got a nice fluffy bread. You've got nice spicy lamb. I want something sharp with this, and you've got your creamy yoghurt. So these are pickled tomatoes. So if you're lucky enough to have a greenhouse with loads of tomatoes, all you need to do is slice your tomatoes in half, and then I pack them into this Kilner jar with some very finely chopped shallot, and then you make a pickling liquor. So the pickling liquor that I used here, I just put in, if you put in 1 part vinegar, so use the cider vinegar here from the Armagh Cider Company, so from Troughton's Farm. Then one part water, so if you have 100 mils of water, 100 mils of vinegar, then 50 grams of sugar, bit of salt. I put in some turmeric as well. You can put in mustard seeds, anything you want. Flatbread's ready, give it a wee tap, so that's that done. And then if we just get the wee yellow board again, that would be great. And we'll just important that you let the goat rest as well. And this goat just, as I said, first time I had goat, it smelled of goat. This is, and that's not a good thing. This is really nice and delicate and delicious. So what we'll do is we'll take our, get our yellow board again, and we'll get our goat up onto that. And you can see how lean that is, not a drop of fat, any fat that came out of that. So they also do sausages. They do a lot of veal dishes. So veal is young calf, again, completely sustainable to eat it, because that would have ended up in the incinerator, because it's all about the dairy industry. So it makes sense to eat the young calves. Right, so we'll just slice up this goat now. So it's really, really tender, really lovely. Now I just want to take a wee bit of the... So we're going to just let it rest on the board. And then what we're going to do is with our flatbread here, just take nice couple of dollops of our tzatziki. So this is our mint and our cucumber and our yoghurt. Okay, I've got some nice lettuce leaves that a neighbour gave to me. So I was dropping a lot of nice hints about our lettuce, so I actually thought I was going to steal it anyway, so it's probably a good way. And then our wee pickled tomatoes. And then you've got those nice wee bits of pickled sort of shallot in there as well. So a few of those. Dot those around. And then just our goat. So loads of goat here, so we'll just nice wee bit of that in there. So just very, very lightly spiced. This goat just takes very, very little time to cook. It's absolutely gorgeous. Right, another just a wee bit of sea salt around the top of the goat there. A wee bit of our Broighter Gold rapeseed oil, just. And again, I've just got some nice wee sprig of mint here. So just take the wee leaves just of the mint, just on, so when they hit the lamb there, or they hit the goat, sorry. So wee mint leaves. There we are, and that's our dish. So that's a really, really quick lunch there. So you've got your flatbread, got local yoghurt in the flatbread. That took about 3 minutes to make. You wouldn't have even had you'd had to have been still rifling with the plastic in your supermarket one. And so that's the flatbread. We've got some pickled tomatoes. We've got Greek yoghurt with mint and cucumber, our tzatziki, and then the lovely Broughgammon goat with our Moroccan spice from the Letterbox Larder, and that's it.